In this lecture, we will see about the curtain walls, the exterior glazing at storefronts. So these are the outer covering of a building generally made up of glass. So let's see what exactly these things are. So I will show you by in a practical way. So in order to do that, what you have to do is you have to type WA, which is a wall command. These are the types of the wall. So let me just type WA, and here if you go and click on this drop down button, and here in the curtain walls, you can see in the curtains wall we have these three options, which is curtain wall, exterior glazing, and storefront. So we have these three curtain walls. So we will understand about them one by one. Now, the curtain wall is the outer covering of building made up of glass. And if you look at the exterior glazing, in the exterior glazing, there will be glass, but there will be grids as well, which you can actually control them. And storefronts, you have grid and mullions, so you can actually control them as well. So let's see. So let's try to draw that these walls here one by one. So I will start with curtain walls. So I will just simply click here. I will draw a wall like this. So this is a curtain wall, and you can see the thickness of the wall is very thin. Again, I will go and click here. I will click on exterior glazing. I will draw from this side. Okay, exterior glazing. Again, I will click here, and then I will click this time. I will click on storefront. Again, I will click here and then click on this one. Now after that, I will press escape. If you zoom in a little bit, you can clearly see the physical difference here. You can see the physical difference here. But if you want to look at in more clear view, in that case, I will suggest you to switch to the 3D view. Let's simply go and click on this button here. And even if you want to make this one much more better, in that case you have to go and click on the view properties. So we will set this one as realistic so that we can actually see actual thing what exactly is going on. So you can see that this one is the first one, which is the curtain wall is simply a glass, and the second one, which is a exterior glazing, it have the grids as well in the vertical direction as well as in the horizontal direction. If you look at the storefront, you can see that there's grids as well as the mullions. You can see here these are called as the mullions. Now let's see how we can modify this. So you can see that we have two levels. You can actually, the first one which is the curtain wall, you can actually, there's not that great options for modification. Obviously you can just simply control the height from there. You can just simply press escape. You can just simply click on that one, and from for the first one you can actually just drag it to the level. You can see you can just level up or down. Now for the second one, which is exterior glazing, you can actually control the grids. You can see that there's grids in X direction and as well as in the Y direction. If you have any kind of problem, you can just simply move the wall in this direction, just like that. You can see that we have grids. Okay, I will select this wall as well, and I will move this one in this direction. Okay. Now you can clearly see that we have grids and we can control these grids. So for that, you can just simply select this wall. You can just simply select this wall just like that. And if you want any kind of modifications, in that case you have to go to edit type, and here in the edit type you have to go to duplicate. As I've told you earlier, that you don't need to make any kind of modifications in the original one. So let's simply duplicate that one. So this is the name. Just simply click on OK, and from here you can actually control the vertical grid and the horizontal grid. So right now if you look here, you can see that the layout right now the current layout is fixed distance. So basically the distance between the vertical grid from this point to this point is 80-30 mm. So you can change it, you can reduce it or increase it as per your requirement. So I will make this one 1500 just for an example. You can see if I go and click on OK, this time you will see that the distance, the spacing between the vertical grids has been decreased. So again, I will go to this exterior glazing. You can see that this one is selected. I will go to edit type, and this is the duplicate one that we have duplicated earlier. Now, like that, you can change the fixed distance for the horizontal grid as well. Now, if you look at the layout, you can see that you have a bunch of different options available for that. You can go ahead with the fixed number. Okay, so in fixed number, what exactly will happen that it will fix the numbers for these automatically. Let me show you. Let me click on OK. You can see that the number will be fixed for these vertical grids. No matters whether you are going to increase the length of this wall. Let me increase the length of this wall. Okay, and the number of the vertical grids will be same, or even if you decrease, the number will be constant. You can see the number is still constant. Now let's go back and check the other options as well. So let's go here, and then instead of fixed number, you can actually go with the maximum spacing. So what it will do, it will maximum specified value to the layout grid. Okay, it will maximize the specified value to the layout grid. So if you click on this one, and this time you can see the maximum spacing that it only goes up to 1500. It won't to go beyond 1500. And if you click on this option, which is minimum spacing, it means that the minimum spacing between the vertical grids will be 1500. So like that as well, you can use these options. Okay, so let me just simply go and click make this one fixed distance. And then I will just simply click on OK. So like that, in this third case as well, we can just simply select that, and after selecting on that, we can go to edit type. We are going to create a duplicate for this storefront too. Okay, no problem with that. And here as well, you can actually control the vertical grids and horizontal grids just like the previous one. So let me just simply click on OK. So we will talk more about these in the next lecture.